Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at something super special. This is going to be the WWE Elite Series 118 Jacob Fatu. This is his first ever WWE action figure, not even coming out in the basic or the main event line. He is coming out in the Elite line first, which is pretty crazy. Regardless, maybe like a Zoe Starks also did that. Maybe this isn't too unheard of, but regardless, this is a figure that I've been waiting for quite a long time. I'm a big Jacob Fatu fan. Ever since he debuted, and ever since or even before that when he was in MLW, I was a big fan, and it is just crazy to finally have this figure. There's going to be some complaints that people have had with it that I'm going to go over here, but there's an explanation and a reason that I actually like these differences. But putting that aside, this is a super, super cool figure. And before we get into that, I want to show off something really quick that I grabbed today at Walmart. I noticed that this Slap Bands box was empty, and I saw that there's actually this little title right in the front of the box, and I noticed there was an already opened Slap Band bag that somebody had stolen. So what I did is I took the barcode for this, scanned it, and then just took this out of the store, and I at least paid something. I paid for one Slap Band. I have since found out that these Slap Bands are actually cut. They're not the full length. This is actually a rare belt, but it is cut, so I guess it's not the rare belt. But regardless, anything WWE I will collect, even like a box like this. I could store stuff in it. It's kind of got this cool little handle there, and it's got this cool display. It's literally like an actual Slap Band belt displayed in there, so I'm going to keep this. And for $5, I really was not disappointed in this, and I'm just going to store stuff in it. I don't really know, but I wanted to show that off, and without further ado, let's take a look at Jacob Fatu, and that rhymed. That was pretty sweet. Took the time already to cut everything, so we'll take a quick look at the front. Quick look at the back. Some of the other guys in the line here. We do have John Cena, the collector's edition. I want that figure so bad. That's the invisible one. We also have Nia Jax, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga, along with Solo Sikoa. The only other figure aside from Cena that I would want would be Tama Tonga. His figure is actually pretty cool. Tonga Loa, though, we haven't seen that guy in a minute, so I don't know what's going on with that. But let's rip this open. Pull him out. We'll throw that to the side. See you later. Give Kyle Peterson some love. And there we have it. Out of the box, still in the packaging, Jacob Fatu, and he will be an easy removal. A lot of extra hands with Jacob. Of course, the I Love You solo hands, which we had to have with him. So we got those open hands, and I'll show those off in a second. And finally, we can pop the Samoan werewolf out. And is he... No, we're good. All right. Quick overview. Is he doing okay? Anything too loose? He's a little... Not this foot. Yeah, this foot right here might be a little bit of trouble. It is still kind of loose. See, I kind of just flick that and it moves. Not terrible, though. Not terrible. And I think that it's also really warm in my house right now, so he is incredibly soft. That's probably another reason why it's a little bit looser. But overall, aside from that foot, and that is a problem that I face with a lot of elites, is these loose feet. Overall, though, this is really, really nice, and I can't wait to take a better look at it. But really quick, let's show off the hands. So he has one of these hands equipped, but it's just going to be the Lego Man hand, as I like to call them, the grappling hand with the black finger and thumb tape, which is really nice. That tape is going to be consistent with all of these hands. We also have another pointing one. The twin for this hand is currently equipped to him. And then we also have those I Love You solo hands, so we can kind of put those together, and he's praying, but we do have those, just the open hands, nothing too crazy, again, with that same finger and hand tape. Finally here, though, we can take a look at the figure. Here he is with the shirt on, which looks great, but let's take that off and see some of the tattoo work underneath. I know he's got some nice tattoos. Really quickly taking a look at this, we have a tank top that is cut more inward than traditionally, so it's a little thin there in the chest, but you have that Samoan werewolf logo on there, and it is all black. And then next up here, we do have Jacob Fatu. So we kind of took a little bit of a look at the feet, but just to show them off again, they are all black. Nothing too crazy going on there. I know it's not focusing, but we don't really even need it to. And then on the sides of the thighs here of his gear, he's got this like... It looks like a shuriken almost, but I don't even know what kind of design to call that. It looks like a Starro from Suicide Squad. Oop! Am I allowed to say that word on YouTube? I'm not sure. I'm referencing a movie. I'm not referencing the action of doing that. So hopefully I don't get banned. But he's got this, well, speaking of banned, he's got a red band around the top of his tights there at the waist. And then you can see there, what does this tattoo say? I think it's maybe like his daughters or his wife or something, but it's like Aaliyah and Jarya or something there. I'm not really entirely sure. But on the arms here, you've got some bands around the elbows, and then some really long black wrist tape. Again, there are those hands. I showed off their counterparts earlier. He's got some tattoo work on his right forearm, which looks really nice. And this is the thing I was talking about with the controversy with this figure. People were saying that his torso was too small, that he looked really like thin, or like, I guess in good shape. But when he debuted, and you saw that picture on the back of the box, he was in really good shape. He's put on weight. He's put on good weight recently. He's just kind of become bigger. But when he debuted, which is what this figure is based on, he was in incredible shape and he was really slimmed down. So I'm not disappointed with the body mold of this figure. And then finally, here we have the head sculpt. Absolutely insane. He looks like a madman there, and I love the hair. You got the red in there with a couple of those beads on the right-hand side. Just looks absolutely incredible. So the biggest thing with him, and it's just my figure, is going to be that loose left foot. But if I throw him down, that's really not going to be that much trouble, so I'm not concerned. And just really quickly, let's go over some of the articulation here. Yeah, everything's moving quite well. I'm not really seeing any problems. Again, that foot, that's all I'm thinking about right now is that foot. I hate when there's just one thing that upsets me. Ugh, it just makes everything else, kind of dimmer, I guess you could say. But let's do this before we wrap up the video. I'm sorry, LA, but we have to, my man. We have to take the title from Mr. LA Knight here. The United States Championship, because this is the old one, I do apologize, but Jacob Fatu is the current United States champion, and when that happens here, I have to put the belt on him for the collection. So there we have it. Traditionally, actually, he kind of wears it like this. I guess we'll throw it on him like that. He kind of wears it around his head. Maybe not so much like that, but you guys catch my drift. Regardless, this was a review of the WWE Elite Series 118. Come on, hold that title, Jake. What are you doing? Jacob Fatu action figure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm super excited to pose this guy around and throw him into the crowd here. It's going to be amazing. And shout out to WWE Elite for the time on this figure. I mean, it feels like the guy debuted yesterday and we already have his figure here. But I will leave it there. As always, folks, my name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.